So on average, you're going to spend 15 to 25 hours a week just on creating the content, posting the content, making descriptions and captions. So this isn't something that is just whenever I want. It's more of like, it has to be on a schedule.
I want to change lives. I want to show people how to progress in their money. I want to show people how to progress in their mindset. I want to show people how to progress in their brand, so that way they can take care of their family, take care of their finances, and experience freedom.
Hi, my name is Lori, and I'm Marketing Operations Manager here at Audate Media. This video is about social media tips that you can use for either your personal accounts or your business accounts. So I'm going to share some ideas and tips on how you can use social media to represent your brand correctly. So the first thing is to identify what platforms will you be on. Now, there's a lot of options, right? The thing is that you want to choose the ones that you are going to be comfortable with in connecting with your audience. Social media is an opportunity to have a two-way communication with your customer. So the goal here is not just to post and just get some likes or just grow your followers. The actual idea of social media is to have a two-way conversation with your customers. So that means that you want to interact on their profiles, and you also want them to interact on your profiles. You can use it to also gather data. Which post do your followers or future customers resonate with? Also, you can learn what are some of the things that they need? What are some of the things that they want to work on? Or what are some of the things that they may need from your businesses? So you can actually ask questions on social media and kind of use it as a way to learn a little bit more about your future clients or your followers. So the first thing is you must identify what platforms will you be using. Currently, some of the most popular ones are Instagram, YouTube, Facebook groups, Facebook business pages, personal Facebook pages. You can also use Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and many more. But the thing here is it's all about what type of content will you be posting. Now, if you're going to be on Instagram, that is usually all based on aesthetics. How do things look? You want to make sure the content is pleasing to the eye. You can also have video clips on there. If you're going to be on YouTube, you're going to have long videos, which usually is 20 minutes or more. And if you're going to be on TikTok, that's also going to be video content. Snapchat is just going to be shorter pictures or video clips, usually less than 15 seconds. And if you're going to be on other platforms, such as Twitter, it's just about text, writing a sentence here and there. And Facebook, actually, you can use all of them. You can use pictures and you can use videos, or you can just do status updates. So the first thing is identify what platforms will you be on. So think about the ones that work for your business best, and also think about the ones that you will manage or someone else will manage for you. Now here at Audate Media, we have Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Those are our top 3 platforms. Now we are on Twitter and things of that sort, but Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube are the ones that we put most of the energy in because we have a lot of video content. So the first thing is, with Facebook, you want to post at least twice a day, every day. That's high level. That means that you have enough content to post that much. You're creating that much content, combination of graphics or video. Now, if you're just getting used to social media, then you want to post at least, so this is the minimum, 4 times a week, once a day. So that could look like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. You also can do this for Instagram, and you want it to be based on a theme or based on a schedule. What I mean by that is think about what you're trying to convey about your brand and or your business. Whether it's a personal brand or a business, you need to identify why are you on social media and who is your target audience. I'll give you an example. So here's an example of my Instagram. Now, not just am I a project manager at Audate Media, but I'm also a podcast host. And my personal brand or my personal project, passion project, is inspiring other women, whether it's in business or other realms of life, like college students, recent college student grads. So my Instagram is based on this concept and this idea that I'm trying to attract women in business, and students that are in college, right? So my brand colors are soft in terms of they're in the whites, white, pinks, and yellow. Okay, so when you see my Instagram, I instantly identify where I am, full name and where I am, Lori Relas in Las Vegas, right? I share that I have a degree in business management. Why? Because I want to show the world that I'm in the business world. Marketing operations manager. So I want to let people know I'm in the industry of marketing, in the field of marketing. Latinx in business. That means that I'm looking to attract Latinos or Latinas that are in business. Poderosa, that's a word for powerful in Spanish. So I actually want to speak to my Spanish community, women in particular. And DACA in first generation empowerment speaker, that's speaking to students. And Latina, that's how I identify, and I want to attract other Latinas, correct? So if you look at my Instagram that you're going to see here, you'll see that my posts are completely centered and strategically placed to show feminine colors. That includes the pinks, that includes the light colors, that includes gray. Now, you can also have personal posts on your Instagram, but the thing is, it has to be a reason as to why. Why do you have a personal post? Now, Instagram is the new business card. That means that you want to show people what you do on your personal time, but also on your business. You don't just want to put a bunch of business posts and people don't know really anything about you. Now, for me, the personal things that I share includes my nieces and nephews, because family is important and it's okay to share that. And most of my followers really can resonate with that. So they actually interact with those kinds of posts. I have motivational quotes and contents to motivate people on Motivational Monday. And I also share my fitness journey. Why? Fitness is important to me. I also think that the discipline of fitness can translate to the discipline in business. And so I constantly share this positive message. When you are disciplined in one area, it'll translate to discipline in another area. And also it's inspirational. A lot of my followers follow my fitness journey and they start sharing their fitness journey. And that's what it's about. I want my Instagram to be a platform that shares positive image, positive mindset. I also share content that shows that I'm at work and that I'm working on marketing. So you want to take what's considered behind the scenes pictures. Now, that means that when you're about to do a video recording, you pull out your phone and you say, hey, I'm about to do this podcast. Make sure you take a look when it's launched. You want to take pictures of projects that you're working with other people. So for example, this post right here was when I was at a local coffee shop. I love tea and coffee, and I tagged the business, and I also made my little review. And that's because most of my followers already know that. They know I love coffee. They know I love journaling, things of that sort. So that post kind of shares what I want to attract as well. I also share motivational content on Mondays, things of that sort. That's so that people can share it. I have a lot of people, my friends, followers, future clients, they share my content, and that's great. That's actually how you can grow your social media. And I also share when I'm going to be doing a podcast with Andy. And it says, After Hours with Andy Audate, question and answer starts now. Check it out on his Instagram. And I tag him. Why? Because we're driving people to his page. We're driving people to the program. So you want to remind people what you're doing, what you're working on, and show them the journey throughout the way. Now, here's an example of also events that I spoke at. I shared the flyer, and I'm sharing the time and the date. Because again, I'm trying to invite everyone, all my followers. I want them to invite their friends, their family, so that they can hear our events and items. So when it comes to Instagram, you want to take pictures all the time. You want to take pictures, that apply to your message and your brand. So let's say your business is in the financial services. You want to take pictures, of course, not sharing any private information about your customers, but you want to take pictures of a budget that you're doing. You want to take pictures when you're sitting at your desk and you're saying, okay, today I'm going to work with my 3 clients and I'm excited to work on their financial plan or financial strategy. You want to take a picture and put that on your Instagram, because guess what? When people are on Instagram and they're scrolling on their phone, your picture is going to say, I'm working on financial services, or I'm working with 3 clients today. You're going to let your followers know that you're in the financial services industry and that you take care of your customers. So when someone is thinking, hey, I need credit repair, or hey, I need budgeting help, you're going to pop up. Now, you have to constantly remind them, right? If you were to post something on January 2019, just an example of a previous date, if you were to post that on January 2019, I'm working on budgets, I'm working with my clients, and you don't post anything until January 2020, do you think the client will remember? Probably not, right? You wouldn't be that person that they think of when they have a financial question or budgeting question. Now, let's say you're in real estate. Some of the popular content that you can use on Instagram or Facebook is before and after. I used to be a project manager in construction project renovations. So I would take pictures of a kitchen before, so how it was original, during, so when everything was taken out, and after, when the new kitchen and the new granite was there and it was staged. People love that content. Why? Because people like to see a process. If you were just to post, hey, this is the after kitchen, they're not going to see that transformation. If you're in the fitness, you want to post pictures and videos, clips of you working out or you helping your clients, or transformations. That's very powerful. People want to see how you can get from point A to point B, right? You want to give value and educational content. Now, if you're on Facebook, here's the thing about Facebook and Instagram, all these platforms, make sure that your brand is consistent. What do I mean by that, right? So this is about logo colors, message, and tone. What's the type of tonality that you want with your customers? Do you want to come off as a coach that's aggressive, like do this all the time, there's only one way to do it? That's okay. If you want to be that coach that wants to attract clients, that want to be firmly coached, keep your tone that way. But if you want to be in a tonality that's like, I'm here to help you, I'm open to helping you in any realm, and I'm very understanding, then keep your tonality. You know, my tonality is very much positive. It's about, well, you got this, keep going. Everybody has a hard time, but it's okay to get back up. Now, Andy's tonality is about take action fast, do things fast, and just keep going. And that's okay. That's his tonality, and that's what his content shares. So here's an example of what I mean by keeping your brand consistent, clear, and watching the tone that you're using. So in Andy's page, his brand colors are orange, black, white, and gray. So you can see here that his cover shows those colors instantly, and it shows that he's a personal brand marketing expert. It's right there on the title on the cover page. Not only that, but all the content shows the work that he's done. So here's a video that was edited of him at a BMS event. And it's behind the scenes. Again, behind the scenes is powerful. You don't just always have to show, hey, we're perfect. My hair is always perfect. My office is always perfect. No, you can show the progress. People want to see progress. Now, he also has quote cards. So one thing that I always carry, my personality. Andy's brand is a personal brand. So a lot of his content has his face and his name on it. So if you're looking to build that personal brand, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a coach, if the product or service comes from you in particular, then you want to be a personal brand like Andy. So this is a quote that he said in a video. A virtual assistant pulled it from the video into an Excel sheet. And then from the Excel sheet, the graphic designer turned it into a quote. Now, depending how your team works, I'm sharing with you what a VA can do, a virtual assistant, or I'm also going to show how you can do it for yourself. Okay. So this is another example of a quote card. We have a picture, signature, and a brand. And here's another example of that. Here's a podcast example. This is actually created here in our studio. And this is what's called a clip. So an Instagram or a Facebook clip, video clip, is a video portion that's only 59 seconds or less. Why is that important? Well, that's important because a clip will be automatically cut off by Instagram on their platform. Anything after 59 seconds is turned into an IGTV video, meaning that it's a long video. So you want to make sure, and by the way, things with Instagram and Facebook and clips and graphic sizes always change. So you want to make sure that you're aware of the latest trends. Now, the good thing is on Instagram now, it'll just keep playing into the long video, right? But this is an example of a video clip. So let me just pause it. As you can see, it's only 48 seconds long. And of course, this is a professional setup in this scenario where it has the computer, the podcast, mic, headphones, and this is a studio. So you can actually do this either your own way if you have a dedicated room in your house, or you can have it in a desk area only. Some people do it, in their office or just a small area dedicated to doing the video. And he also has quote cards right here. Now, here's the thing about branding. Notice how the colors and the graphics and videos are all consistent. If he was to post something that just had red out of nowhere, it's going to throw off, people like, what is the brand? What is the colors? So we're very focused on making sure everything has a brand. Now, the thing about social media, you want to make sure it showcases your personality. If you're that person that's upbeat and a jokester, bring that out. Now, if you're that person that's a little bit introvert, that's okay too, just as long as you stay true to your personality. But you also want to be mindful that the content can catch someone's attention. So here's what I mean. I myself, I'm more of an introvert, but if I was to do the video on how I actually, want it to be, which is talking slow and just going like this. Hi, my name is Lori, and we're going to talk about social media tips. It's not going to work, right? So you do have to make sure that you're bringing out your personality a little bit and that your message resonates with people and also that they stop and watch it. It would do no good to have content that nobody would watch. So I just want to make that, on there. So now here's an example of videos that are done in a professional studio, professional team, virtual assistants, and a big team. But the question is now, how can you do this content for yourself so that you can make sure that you're posting 4 times a week or 2 times a day? Well, there is an application called Canva. And what Canva does is, or what Canva is, it's a platform. Now you can use this on your phone, iPhone, I believe Android, and also on the website, canva.com. And what you can do on this platform is that you can create logos, general logos. By that, I mean like a text. So for example, my name is Lori Ruelas. I can have a logo that's LR. Or if it's like your business name, like financial freedom, things of that sort. So you can create graphics. Now cover graphics. That means that goes at the top of a Facebook or a YouTube. You can also create quote cards, and you can also create business cards and also video clips. So I already have an account with canva.com. It's free, by the way, to have Canva. The only time you have to pay is if you want to upgrade to something that's not included in their free library. So let's make an example. Let's do an example of creating your own content. Now, here's the thing I am going to also mention. When it comes to creating your own content for Instagram and Facebook, if you're the one doing it yourself, you will have to take about 15 to 25 hours a week just to keep up with this. So that means that includes sitting down on your computer, creating the content, approving the one that you like, editing videos, shooting the videos, uploading it, writing descriptions, writing captions by yourself, right? So you would have to create alarms or calendar reminders. You can do it in a way where it's part of your schedule. You can say, hey, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, I'm creating content. So on average, you're going to spend 15 to 25 hours a week just on creating the content, posting the content, making descriptions and captions. So this isn't something that is just whenever I want. It's more of like, it has to be on a schedule. That's the biggest thing about content creation and posting and keeping up with social media. So, and that doesn't include answering comments, answering messages, and things like that. This is just on purely creating the content, so making sure that everything is posted on a schedule. So let's do a logo. Let's just do an example logo. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to choose which one resonates with your brand. Now, with brands, you want to look at, do you like cursive? Do you like dark colors? Do you like light colors? Do you like print? Are you minimalist design? Things of that sort. So let's just say, let's just do the one I selected, right? So you're going to choose the ones and you're going to edit. So let's say I went with this one, and you're going to be able to edit. I'm just going to call it podcast, okay? Can I change these letters? And also there's a learning curve when it comes to Canva. So it takes practice, you know. So let's just call it Laura Vella's podcast. And now I just changed the names. That's the thing about Canva. As long as you plug and play. So you're changing it so you can also animate it. I like that a lot. Okay, so let's just do, anything with a little symbol, that means it's an upgrade. So I like that one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download it. Now, because it is a animated item, it's going to download it as a video, right? Let's say I don't want it to be animated. Let me just, I'm going to take off the animation, sorry. Oh yeah, none. Okay. So then I'm going to download it, and now it's making it a PNG. So do you want it transparent? So that means that when it's transparent, if you have it against like a navy background, let's say you're going to print some business cards, it will be transparent. So it won't have that block of color around it. But if you don't want it transparent, the block of color is not going to, it's going to show. So if you want it larger, it's also going to ask for an upgrade. So let's just download it how it is, okay? So now this is my logo. Let's just say this is my logo moving forward. And you also want to create, let's go back to home. And you want to create a Instagram post. So you click on this. And let's say you have a quote. Let's just look for, let me just look for business. I'm looking for the ones, oh, by the way, the ones with the symbol, it's why it's asking me for an upgrade. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to do this graphic right here. So let's just say podcast. I'm going to edit the words. Now, that means that you're going to have to come up with the titles and the text, right? So either you can do it or you can instruct a VA to do it, but it has the ideas and the concepts need to come from you or explain it. So I'm just going to put a date. RSVP now. So you can do it for events or I'm just making this up. These are not real websites. So you would put in the information that applies to you, right? And again, this Instagram is all about aesthetics, how things visually look, things of that sort. So it is important that it's not just white, you know. I'm just going to take out that part. Now, sometimes you can also change the colors. So like I said, my colors are more pink. So let's just go with pink because that's the color that I work with. You're going to download it. Now, the good thing about, and if you're doing this on your phone, it's going to download to your phone, by the way, but this is now downloading on my computer. Now, the good thing about Canva, you can save what you've uploaded. So this was a previous content that I've done. You can also save videos, audio, and images. So this is another like logo. So when you have something saved already, it's gonna it's gonna always keep it there if you choose to, and you can always include it. I'm trying to actually move it. There we go. There it is. Now, if I'm going to upload media, what I would do is I would go to device. I'm going to upload what I had recently created. And I'm actually going to use it here. So there it is. Now, remember we talked about it being transparent. Because this is not transparent, it's now showing the block around it. But if I had upgraded to transparent, then it wouldn't be showing. But you can also change the background just so that it matches a little better. But that's an example where you can add items. You know, let's say I wanted to add this yellow here. So that's the good thing about Canva. Now, how do you get it from Canva to Instagram? So you will go to your Instagram. Now, because Instagram has to be done by phone, you would do it on your phone. You're going to upload a new picture, things of that sort. Let's say I was doing this on our pages. Hold on, let me go back one. It's going to ask me to upload or add. Oh, create a post. I'm going to choose a picture. Now you can do this on your phone or and for Facebook and Instagram, you have to write a caption. So it would be like, be sure to save your spot for this launch. Giveaways will have giveaways and much more. Okay, and then you want to add hashtags like podcast. The hashtags are meant to attract your audience. Podcast, women in business. That's who I want to attract. Entrepreneur. And other things that apply to your location. So like if you're in Las Vegas, you'd say Las Vegas local. If you're in LA, you would say LA local. And if you're identify what you are, so I'm a podcast host. If you're a coach, you would say coach, things of that sort. Tag anybody else that is a part of it. And then you would post it. I'm not going to post it because it's just an example, but then you would post it. Now, if you are going to be doing a lot of content, if you're going to be on a schedule, you want to make a lot of content. So that means that what I just did on Canva, if you're going to post 4 times a week, you're going to make 4 pieces of content. If you're going to post every day for twice a day, then that means 7 times 2, 14 pieces of content. And you can mix and match if it's just text, if it's photos or video.